What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to A Different Perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. I got some content on the way for y'all. If y'all been watching, if y'all been paying attention, I said in my previous two videos that I was going to be doing a little segment on this channel where I was going to be telling you guys about the times that I had simped over women. Yes, this is about 4 or 5 times, so it's going to be about 4 or 5 videos that I'm going to be addressing those situations. And then there's another video I want to do. I want to do a video talking about the 3 types of attractive women that you may come across that you may have interest in, but one of those 3 should be the only one that you really should probably take, you know, some serious interest in, or consider even dating, you know what I'm saying? But to each their own. You choose who you want ultimately at the end, you know. But I think that's gonna be an interesting topic for us to talk about. So that's gonna be coming up next week. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But y'all, today I want to have a serious conversation around the topic that is the body count. You know, how us men perceive body count, whether it's ours or a woman's body count, and how women perceive body count, whether it's men or their own body count. So I was having a conversation with a female earlier today, and we talked about a lot, and we definitely talked some on body count too. But I got a video that I want us to check out today before we get into this. Shout out to 8 at the Table. They had a young lady on there talking about some stuff, and yeah, it gets messy. Let's talk about it though. Let's go.
I would say that a man should just not ask too many questions. Because when you ask a lot of questions,
that's how you get hurt.
That is what, 1, you get hurt, and 2, you find out some shit you don't want to know, and 3, you're more inclined to get lied to.
Alright, so she said she feels that a man shouldn't ask too many questions. Because when you ask too many questions, for 1, you get hurt. For 2, you find out some stuff you don't want to know. And for 3, you're inclined to get lied to. Alright, so let's start with the first one. She said, you get hurt, right? And let's say the question is on body counts, right? Why would a man get hurt by the number of bodies you slept with? It ain't really got a whole lot to do with him, other than the fact that he may look like a fool for being with a woman that has a high body count. So there's that. And then for 2, if I'm gonna ask you a question, that means I want to know the answer. She said, and I quote,
and 2, you find out some shit you don't want to know.
No, when you ask someone questions, it's because you're seeking some information from them, and you want it to be the truth. You want it to be the truth. But then she says this.
And 3, you're more inclined to get lied to.
Now that's not right. That is not right at all. Like, if I'm gonna ask you a question like body count, like how many people have you slept with, and why is it that women have a hard time wanting to talk about their body count or sharing their body count? Because they know that the higher their body count is, the more their value decreases, right? But at the same time, they push for this sexual liberation, that hey, if men can do it, we can do it, this, that, and the fourth. But think of it like this: if you're taking that power, if you're taking that control and deciding, okay, I want to be able to play in the same ballpark as the men play. If men can sleep around, I want to be able to sleep around too. But if you're so okay with that notion, then why lie about your body count? You know that it's not okay. Come on now, let's be honest. Y'all know at the end of the day that it's not okay, because if it was, let's be real, if it was okay, you wouldn't lie about it. You wouldn't lie about it. Why is no one speaking on men's body count? Because men move differently. Men play by different rules. A man that can get multiple women is considered a valuable man, while a man that cannot get women is considered less value, a loser, if anything. And then you gotta also think of it like this. A woman can walk out the door and she can get sex with no problem, right? Men have to work to be able to get it. Even the most attractive men, the most valuable men, financially, whatever it is, status, they still have to put in a lot of work to even be able to obtain multiple women. A woman don't have to put in no work at all. She just has to exist. Right? So going back to men, going back to men and our body count. When we see a guy in our circle that is capable of obtaining many women, we look up to him. You know, like in my circle now, in one of my circles, we got this one guy friend, cool dude. I won't say his name. They might be watching. We have known him to be in many different relationships. And in the circle, in the friend circle, everyone looks up to him. But all guys and all girls, when this man is sitting there getting ready to talk and have a conversation, everybody is glued to him. Everybody is glued to him because he is winning in life. He's successful. He can get the women that he wants. He's about to get married next month. Everybody is glued to this guy when he gets ready to talk, right? And then we also have guys in the group that can't get a woman to save their life. He doesn't get the same attention. If anything, he gets laughed at more often than none. And the reasons he's getting laughed at is not because he can't obtain women. The reasons he's getting laughed at is because it's clear as day why it is that he can't obtain women. It has to do with his character, his personality, his ideology around life, around himself, around women. I'm saying this to say that the complexity when it comes to men and how we have to become, how we have to work, how we have to obtain success, how we have to learn game in order to attract and pick up women is so much more difficult for us than it is for a woman. That's why men, look, when we see or hear about a woman that has a high body count, it's not that we are intimidated by them. It's not that we are afraid of them. It's like we look at them like, oh, well, you're allowing someone to have access to your body that easily. That many people can have access to you. We have to work really hard to be able to get that. But you're allowing it? Like, that's why there's the term hoe or whores or sluts or this, that, and the fourth. This thing that requires penetration from a man, from a male. You're allowing that to happen to you. You've allowed it to happen to you by multiple men. Multiple guys, whatever the numbers is. Because you'll be surprised at just how high some of these body counts can get. I've been seeing content as of lately where they pose the question, hey, how many COVID bodies did you have? Some of these women are saying 10. Like, what? It's been a year and a half. How you've slept with 10 people in a year and a half? That's more than the average man will have in his lifetime. 7 bodies to a woman's name is about the max that a guy would be comfortable with. And women that lie about their body count, they know that. That's why they lie. It used to be back in the day, whatever number a female gave you, multiply that by 3 or 4. So if she says 10 is really 40. But the sad reality is so many of them will fight to be able to have that. This was something that I realized, I'm gonna move this out the way. This was something that I realized probably about a month or 2 ago. With a lot of these modern women, there's 2 things that's happening within them. You have their genetic makeup and their biology, and then you have this fight for equality and sexual liberation, right? Both of these things are happening at the same time within them, and they're kind of colliding. Because by design, women are supposed to find a man that will protect and provide for them, right? But because of the modern era that we live in, because of the fight for equality, what women are doing is saying, hey, look, I'm gonna enjoy my 20s, I'm gonna enjoy my late teens, I'm gonna have all the fun that I want to have, and then I'm gonna wait until a little bit later on in life, I'm gonna get to 30 years old or whatever, and then I want to settle down. And what happens is that wall, they hit that wall, and they don't even realize they hit the wall until they hit 30. This was a conversation I was having with a friend of mine earlier. She was so irritated, so mad at the fact that I had told her, hey, look, truth be told, as awesome as you think you are, you have hit a wall. You have hit the wall because now you're 30, you have 2 kids, you're not married, and you cannot find a man that will settle down with you. You can't find a man that will settle down with you. You're having a hard time finding a quality man that will take you and all that you have. And to kind of douse some salt on top of that, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Men don't have a wall. So example, right? Like I said, we don't hit a wall. There's no wall for men. Anything that we will have as men that's remotely close to a wall would be in our youth after we graduate high school and we're trying to figure out life and figure out ourselves, and we are not the most valuable men when it comes to the sexual marketplace. That's the closest thing we'll ever have to a wall. Because if a man is on his purpose, on his grind, on his mission to become something in life, he eliminates that wall. That wall disappears altogether. As long as he can sustain being successful, being a man of value, he eliminates the wall entirely. Okay, prime example. I just recently met a young lady, not someone that I'm interested in dating at all. I was just talking to her, we're having a conversation, right? She's 31 years old, very attractive. She has 2 kids, teenagers, preteens, and she has a boyfriend. They've been dating for a few months now. I asked her, I was like, hey, does your boyfriend have kids? She was like, yeah. His oldest child is 37. I was like, what? I'm like, hold on, you're 6 years younger than his oldest child. He's like, yeah. See, look, this, you might think, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, he's dating a woman that's younger than his oldest kid. No, it's not weird at all. She's grown. She's 31 years old, right? This man is in his 50s. She said he doesn't look like it, which I can believe that. He's in his 50s. He can have the option of dating this younger woman. Then I can also go into that whole conversation of why it is that he would choose a woman with kids. And let's go there. Let's go there for a second, because, you know, typically in the red pill space, and this is not a red pill channel by any means. This is called A Different Perspective for a reason, because we talk about more of the nuances within these conversations because they're important as well. So here he is in his 50s, right? He's dating a woman that's in her early 30s with kids, with 2 kids. Now you might think, well, why would he choose a woman with kids when he can just choose a woman without kids, or one that's even younger? Well, maybe he's choosing her because, like, hell, you know, she's older. I don't want to be dealing with these little 20-something-year-old girls that really ain't got the world figured out, think they know everything. Here's someone that has lived a little bit. I don't want any more kids. She has her kids. I got my kids. We're good. So that tends to happen a lot when men get a significantly amount older, past the age of 50, 55, 60 years old, and then they're still, you know, in the marketplace of dating. So they might choose someone who has some age on them, who already has kids. Travis Barker and was it Kourtney Kardashian, another example right there. You know, those people don't get talked about enough. Guys that are actually of high value who are choosing to be with women that may have kids, that may be over a certain age, right? It's perfectly acceptable for them. They know what they got going on. Like I said, my friend was so upset when I was like, all right, look, women hit the wall when they get to a certain age. I'm like, you're there. I'm sorry, but you're there, because if you wasn't there, you wouldn't be having the difficulties that you're currently having when it comes to the sexual marketplace, the dating marketplace, and you finding a suitable male, a suitable partner. And I'm like, look, I also have other females that are in that same age range, 30-something years old. All of them have had their quote-unquote hoe phase, and now they're finding it to be difficult to find a male, to find a partner that will take them serious. All of them are. All of the ones that I'm currently talking about. And it is more than 3. I promise you that it's more than 3. All the ones that are single, they're finding it very, very difficult. Half of them have kids, the other half of them don't, and they're still finding it difficult. And mind you, my friends, they're all attractive. They're all attractive women, and they're still finding it difficult because, look, they want the same type of caliber of men, right? These caliber of men can choose to date anybody that they please. Why would they choose them? They're older. Some of them have kids, some of them don't. They are aggressive. They are argumentative because they think they've got it all figured out, because they work so hard as women to be in the positions that they are within their career. They earn money. And the more money they earn, the more entitled they are, right? Y'all heard so much of this stuff already, but clearly y'all can see that I'm throwing in different elements to this stuff as well. So what happens with a lot of these females, because I talk to multiple females a week when it comes to this type of stuff, because I'm trying to see where they are in their life, right? And what's happening with a lot of them is the more frustrated they get each and every day, because this stuff is on their mind each and every single day. Dang, I can't find a man. 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 Every single day, this stuff is on their mind. What happens, from what I'm seeing from them, because they're telling me, the more frustrated they get, the more they get in their mind about going back to their whole phase. As easy as it is for a woman to get access to sex, when she allows herself to not receive it because she wants to be taken serious, when she allows herself to not receive it for an extended period of time, starts to drive them a bit crazy. We're talking a month, 2 months to a year, 2 years. They start to go a bit crazy. They try to restrain. They hold back. You know what? No. I want a man that's going to take me serious. No. Not going to do it. If he ain't going to take me serious, I'm not giving them the cakes. I'm not giving them the cheese. Eventually, they get to a point where it starts to really boil their blood. And they're like, you know what? I'm going back to the streets. Going back to the streets. It's a familiar place. And one thing growing up, I used to always think, I'm like, man, I would treat my woman how I would want my daughters to be treated. Stuff that I used to tell myself. I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna move with purpose. I'm gonna move with purpose of only love. The stuff I used to tell myself, right? Obviously, my thoughts have changed a bit, you know, not negatively, but just changed. And one thing that I always believe that will hold the most precedence, most power when it comes to how you move, is deciding from the jump how you're gonna move and sticking to that. Right? What does that look like? If you're deciding that you want to be a wife or a husband, then that's how you need to move in the marketplace, in the dating marketplace. Having a whole phase as a woman is going to catch up with you and hurt you in the long run. All this stuff that I'm saying to y'all right now, I was telling my female friend earlier. Usually we go back and forth. Look, if I show you the messages, the voice message that we were sending each other on the phone, it was extensive. It was very extensive. Hold on, where is it at? Like all this, we're just going back and oh wait, hold on now. Hold on. Shut up. We're going back and forth, sending each other voice messages about this conversation, right? She hadn't responded. She done seen everything that I said. It must have hit her. It must have really hit her, because I had something to say for everything that she was saying. I'm like, look, you want it to be your way. You want it to be your way. Y'all have changed over the past few decades. Men, we have not changed. We know that when we come into this world, life is not easy. Nobody's gonna hand us anything. We have to work for everything. We have to work to be successful. We have to work to obtain women. We have to work so that we can be providers and leaders. We know this. Y'all have switched it up. Y'all want to become providers yourselves. You want to become leaders yourselves. You want to play in the same ballpark as the men. And it has hurt them. It has hurt them. We're finally talking about this stuff. We're finally talking about this stuff. And unfortunately, it's like they will not accept it. But yeah, you guys, look, I'm going to end it right there. There's so much more that I could say, but I'd rather say some of this stuff for another time in a different video. But y'all know what time it is, man. you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, you can find your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one.